And a massive cloudburst has taken place in this is Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir that has triggered panic amongst locals. The incident took place. This is along the pilgrimage route, and the administration has immediately sprung into action. Rescue team has left for the site. Damage evaluation and necessary rescue and medical arrangements are also being made. This is what is being said by Jitendra Singh. Also, it is Manoj Sinha, the Lieutenant Governor of J&K, who has directed whether it's the NDRF, the SARF, the police, the army officials in order to strengthen the rescue and relief operations and ensure all kind of possible assistance is provided to the affected. Nazir joining us. Nazir, this really comes close on the heels of the cloudburst that led to the landslide in Uttarkashi, in where rescue operations are continuing even though it's been 10-11 days. And here we have this massive cloudburst that's taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. Take us through the details.
Well, it was a major cloudburst at a place called Pada. A local yatra called Machail Yatra, which was going on. It appears to have hit the langar, community kitchen of that yatra, and many people were there. Initial reports suggest that 10 people may are feared dead. This is what many news outlets are also reporting. There is no official confirmation or the information about the number of deaths or who are missing. But clearly the magnitude of this cloudburst and the flash floods that followed appears have caused lot of damage there to the lives and the property there as well. It is a far-off area in Kishtwar district on the south of this Pir Panjal mountains, both far away from Jammu as well as Srinagar, and it has been raining, particularly in Jammu region over the last 1 week, and now it's also raining in Srinagar. So it is a weather challenge. Yatra was on way, and it's a very famous yatra locally in Kishtwar and the Chenab Valley region. But this is something what officials are telling us, that the rescue operations have started, as local MP and the minister in the PMO, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has also put a post on X as well. J&K's Lieutenant Governor has also talked about this on his social media handle. So things are still sketchy. The number of casualties is still unknown. There are reports many people are missing, but initial reports suggest that the 10 people are feared dead. But there's no official word about this tragedy so far. But what we are hearing, that the rescue operation has been launched. The local people have also joined the rescue efforts, and it is a tough terrain, and the area is very, very difficult, and it has been raining for a year, and it was all of a sudden a cloudburst hit the area, and they have been, according to reports, it caused massive flash floods in the area.
Posing to be a challenge when it comes to rescue operations, and of course we don't know the extent of damage yet, but the fear is that it could be massive given the fact that this was a massive cloudburst, and of course visuals playing out of the number of people that one can see in the area. From what we're hearing is heavy rain is going to continue at least over the next 4 to 6 hours, making other surrounding areas also vulnerable. Is there any kind of warnings that are being put out, any kind of precautionary measures that are being taken in this regard? Nazir?
Well, there has been, weather warnings already, but since the religious, this pilgrimage was going on, now the yatra has been halted. But the fact is the damage is done. We know where there is something which is in such a situation, this particularly the cloudburst, most unpredictable thing. But we have seen for the last 1 week, particularly in Jammu region, there were heavy rains that has caused landslides in some districts. Schools were closed as well. But this appears to be a very, devastating this cloudburst, which has caused deaths and the damage to the property as well. So the assessment of the damage is being made, but the first priority is to rescue people, take the injured to hospital, and help people who are trapped there, stranded. And as I said, locals as well as the officials, they have reached there. Some are more rescue missions are being sent there, so that to ensure the people are saved, lives are saved, and those who are injured are taken to hospital, and this is a far off area in Kishtwar district, which is a hilly district in the Chenab Valley region of Jammu and Kashmir.
Right, we did see, as far as Uttarakhand and Uttarkashi is concerned, we saw the aftermath, and there were boulders rolling down the hilly terrain even days after the landslide that took place. And here, we can see the rivers, are in spate. We can see that the levels of the rivers are also rising. So, basically in regard to the kind of preparations that are, in place when it comes to the Yatra, take us through those kind of preparations. This is, of course, absolute tragedy that has unfolded during the ongoing Yatra. Get us details of, when you do have warnings in place in regard to the weather, what kind of precautionary measures need to be adhered to?
Well, normally precautions have to be made, people have to adhere to, but when there's a Yatra, this is nature's fury. Nobody can actually exactly predict where a cloudburst can hit. And it has hit, unfortunately, in a place where many people were there, they were part of the Yatra, and that has been hit. And as I said, that right now the priority of the officials is to save people as many they can, take the injured to hospital, take the relief whatever they can to the affected site and the village, and that is right now the priority. Perhaps they will later on factor in what went wrong, whether the warnings have been adhered to, or if there was enough warning that Yatra should have been stopped before this thing happened. All these things may be factored in later on, or they're taken note of. But right now it is a tragedy. People have died. Number of deaths is not still known. And the rescue operations are on, and that is right now the priority of the officials, whoever we have been able to speak, and all the people actually they are rushing there. As I said, it is a difficult area. There are rains in many parts of Jammu and Kashmir, and it is nature's fury, not necessarily in human hands whatever happen. But the fact is, you can take precautions. Whether those enough precautions were taken or not, perhaps that can be looked into or factored in later on. But right now, it is a horrific tragedy where people who are on a religious pilgrimage have been hit by this cloudburst, and many have lost their lives, and many are missing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The extent of damage will only be determined after the rescue operation, and the rescue teams reach the area. Of course, the action is being taken by all authorities. The LG of Jammu and Kashmir talking about how the NDRF, the Army, the STRF all are going to be involved in the rescue operations. When we talk about this particular area, take us through the significance, because from what we are hearing is this particular area was the starting point of the Yatra. So this is where the flash flood has taken place in Kishtwar.
Well, the fact is, Machail Yatra is a very, very, revered Yatra and a well-known Yatra in this region. But it is a mountainous region, and we have seen unusually very, very heavy volume of rains this summer, particularly in Jammu region, in this region as well. But that was something people would manage normally, rains. But when there was a sudden cloudburst there, cloudburst wreaked havoc in the area, and that has caused the deaths, that caused the flash floods, and that damaged the properties. That is what officials are still, still trying to see what exactly is the, magnitude of damage and the number of deaths. That is right now the.
Because Jitendra Singh has gone on to say that there could be substantial casualties, and that is something that perhaps because of this flash flood. Listen in to what Dr. Jitendra Singh had to say.
Briefing in the media briefing at the National Media Centre here, and certainly I received an urgent message from the leader of opposition in J&K Assembly, who also happens to be the local MLA from that region in Kishtwar. He was quite upset and quite in panic, and he conveyed to me that there has been a massive cloudburst in the area which he represents, which also happens to be possibly the route of the very popular Machail Yatra, which takes place over there during this part of the year. And the cloudburst is of a massive scale. which could possibly lead to a substantial casualty, which is not yet been worked out. As immediately we got in touch with the district administration, and the district administration was also at a loss because it had taken everybody by surprise. They have already started moving towards the site, because the site is also difficult as far as the topography and the geographical situation and geographical location is concerned. The rescue teams have already swung into action. Very soon we'll get more details. My office, me, we are all in touch with each other. But every possible assistance will be provided, whatever required, even including the medical management. If there are certain injured who need to be shifted out, the administration will also make arrangements of airlifting through the helicopter, which is of course subject to the weather conditions. We'll keep you updated also.
Right, Nazir, our colleague joining us, in fact, to get us the very latest from what is really being said. Nazir, have the rescue teams reached the site which has been impacted because of the flash floods? And take us through the significance of this route, given the fact that there were a lot of devotees there in the area. They were there for that Yatra. Which is this, get us details of this Yatra that was underway in this area, people using that route. But, there could be substantial damage is what we've heard authorities, warning of.
Well, this road leading to that point where this incident has happened, this tragedy has happened, is also closed at multiple places. So reaching there is also not easy, because there are landslides. Then there has to be transshipment of injured or the people. Even the rescue missions to reach there. So it is a situation which is very difficult. It is not easy, as I said. Situation is a dynamic, evolving, situation. We don't know the exact number of, deaths, but people are feared dead. At least 10 are reported. Officially, nothing has been said. They are not giving the number because it is actually in nobody's hands, because area is such, reaching there, and when the roads also get closed because of the multiple landslides at different places. So it becomes very difficult for the administration or the rescuers to reach there at the outset, and then carry out the rescue missions. But the locals and whoever have been available, their officials, they have started rescue operation. As I said, what officials are telling us, their first priority to get the injured out, take the whatever relief or the rescue efforts there, and then they will see what exactly went wrong. It is a difficult area. It is a hilly terrain. It is in the Chenab Valley region. This is a Yatra which is well known. Large number of people have their faith associated with it, and every year they go. And Cloudburst is something which is in nobody's control, and that happened. This is nature's fury, and people have lost their lives. Now it is the administration's job to start this relief and rescue operation to save lives, and perhaps also tell what is the number of deaths. But as I said, not easy to get to know these things so quickly, because the first priority is to save lives wherever they can.
Of course, this really comes close on the heels of the tragedy that has unfolded in Uttarkashi, where rescue operations are continuing. Many believed to be still missing, though 1,200 people have been evacuated from the area. Now, from what we're hearing from the Met Office, and this is something that is being said, that there are more and more showers that are expected, at least over the next 4 to 6 hours, and which really does make adjoining areas extremely vulnerable. There could be more such flash floods, there could be landslides, there could be other tragedies that could, unfold in the area. And perhaps which is why evacuation orders might be in place. Of course, the NDRF, the STRF, the army, the police, all have been directed to, strengthen as far as rescue operations are concerned in this particular area. That is what the LG Manoj Sinha has gone on to say. And this really is in regard to the kind of damage and destruction that this flash flood could bring along with it.